afternoon. You are watching another edition of the program Azerbaijan and the World. And today our guest is American expert, CEO of Gulf State Analytics, Giorgio Cafiero. Hello and welcome to our program. We're pleased to have you with us.
A pleasure to be with you. Thank you so much.
Giorgio, we would like to hear your views on two important issues. How does Azerbaijan's presence at the Munich Security Conference strengthen the country's voice on regional security issues, particularly in the South Caucasus?
The Munich Security Conference stands out as one of the world's most influential platforms for dialogue on issues pertaining to global security. Each year, this conference brings together heads of state, foreign and defense ministers, senior government officials from NATO and EU members, as well as the world's most respected analysts. I believe that this year, 2026, Azerbaijan's participation carried particular significance. First, the conference provided Azerbaijan with direct access to global decision makers, enabling representatives from Baku to present their perspectives on issues in the South Caucasus and the world at large in order to engage in critical discussions about international issues. This is very important in ensuring that this type of engagement in conversations about the South Caucasus include the voices of those most directly involved. Secondly, I believe Azerbaijan's participation was very significant when it comes to the discussions about regional connectivity. Situated at the intersection of Europe and Asia, the geography of the South Caucasus is very important when it comes to important initiatives such as the Middle Corridor, which every day become more and more relevant to discussions about the future of global supply chains. The Middle Corridor's emphasis and the importance placed on this topic in Munich this year was reflective of growing international recognition of Eurasian connectivity, not just as an economic issue, but really as a strategic one. This brings me to the important discussions about energy security that took place in Munich. As European countries are constantly reassessing their energy partnerships, it's difficult to exaggerate the importance of Azerbaijan's role as a natural gas supplier. Azerbaijan's participation in this conference enabled officials from Baku to engage very transparently with their partners in Europe when it comes to these important discussions about reliability, diversification, and long-term cooperation down the road. Ultimately, the Munich Security Conference is about so much more than speeches. It's about dialogue that shapes the future. These bilateral meetings and informal exchanges do so much to shape diplomatic understandings between different countries. I think at the end of the day, Azerbaijan's engagement in Munich is very reflective of Baku's desire to take part in these discussions about security, connectivity, and cooperation. These are issues that will not only impact the South Caucasus, but will in fact impact the world at large.
What achievements of Azerbaijan in diplomacy and international cooperation do you consider most significant for strengthening its position on the global stage?
Over the past 20 years, Azerbaijan has done so much to strengthen its role on the international stage through a combination of energy diplomacy, a balanced multi-vector foreign policy, and multilateral engagement. One of the most visible achievements on the part of Baku has been its leadership in transnational energy projects. The Southern Gas Corridor has connected Caspian gas resources to markets in Europe, doing much to contribute to diversification of supply routes. At the same time, the Azerbaijan-Georgia-Turkey pipeline has done quite a bit to reshape regional energy geography. But beyond economics, these projects truly position Azerbaijan as a strategic partner, both for countries in its immediate neighborhood and those further away in Europe. At the same time, it's really important for us to stress the importance of Baku's multi-vector and multipolar foreign policy strategies. Azerbaijan, to its credit, has maintained close relationships with countries all over the world: the United States, European Union members, China, Kazakhstan, other Central Asian republics, Russia, Turkey, other countries in the Middle East too, including Syria. This balanced approach has helped Azerbaijan navigate a very complicated geopolitical landscape, and this type of diplomacy has been very important from the standpoint of meaningful multilateral engagement. This brings me to the non-aligned movement, a movement that Azerbaijan has played an important role in over the years. I think through the non-aligned movement, Azerbaijan has been able to heighten its visibility in the global south and make important contributions to South-South cooperation in the 21st century. At the same time, Azerbaijan has invested significantly in humanitarian initiatives and in cultural diplomacy, serving as a bridge between different countries and different peoples. Also, after the 2020 Karabakh War, I think Azerbaijan has done a lot to emphasize the importance of reconstruction and new regional transport links. We see this in post-Assad Syria, where Azerbaijan is engaging in some very meaningful ways in helping Syria move forward in terms of its redevelopment and reconstruction following many years of civil war. Ultimately, if Azerbaijan is able to continue with these efforts, I believe Baku has so much potential to make important contributions to long-term stability and economic integration throughout Eurasia. When all of this is taken together, I believe that all of these diplomatic initiatives help reinforce an image of Azerbaijan not just as an energy producer, but also as a country that is increasingly active in global affairs.
Dear Giorgio, thank you very much for sharing your views with us. Thank you for your attention. Until next time.